Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. 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 Every day I'm hustling.
Are you with me?
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punches? When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and they're taking those punches.
DBLC Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
What's up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to your second edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, coming to you live twice a day. This is your 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time episode, and we have a great topic to discuss as Haney Hearn has come out publicly and stated that he believes this fight with Devin Haney and Liam Paro is a crucial and dangerous fight for Devin. He believes that if Devin loses again, it could be a disaster. So this is what we're going to be talking about. The fact that Haney Hearn continues to push the Liam Paro, Devin Haney fight, and adding to that push is now obviously the possibility of Haney losing. And I quote, "It's a difficult time for Devin Haney decision-wise on what he's going to do. I like the Liam Paro fight in Australia. Again, that's a tough fight for him, traveling. And then the next move for Devin is really, really important because you're coming off the Ryan Garcia saga. If he was to get beat in his next fight, that would be a disaster for him. But at the same time, he's made a lot of money and he only wants a certain amount of money to fight. And he can only make that kind of money if it's a tough fight. And a lot of these guys don't want to take smaller money for the right fight. Now, that being said, Haney is a promotional free agent, but obviously Hearn is still interested. He sees that as a big fight for Paro. Definitely a fight that they could take back to Australia with a good dance partner for Paro because, you know, Devin is known not only in America, but obviously in Australia, where he defeated George Kambosos back-to-back, making him, you know, a better dance partner for Liam. That being said, this is what we're talking about, so if you're interested, don't forget to call in. You can voice your opinion as well right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Twitter is available. Discord is available. Now, he had some other thoughts here. We'll leave that for another day. But, again, Haney is still champion in recess. So we don't know if that champion in recess status is going to somehow make him not have to rehydrate at the 10-pound limit with the IBF. We'll have to wait and see, you know, any official notice we get from the IBF pertaining to that. But once again, phone lines are open if you want to call in and discuss this particular topic. Haney Hearn has insisted that Devin's next step is a crucial one as a fighter who bids to rebound from his April saga with Ryan Garcia. Even though Haney is still undefeated, not a lot of people have forgotten what took place. Fighters, you heard Tito Mercado today, you know, Devin needs to get in there and show the world that what happened solely because Ryan tested positive and not because he is chinny, because that's what the world is insinuating. They think he's chinny. You heard Mercado. He said he feels he took too much punishment. So, the questions around Devin Haney is he still the same? Is he, able to do what he used to do? And can he take a punch the way we want him to so that he can last in this game? Now, Discord, Twitter Spaces is available. I'm going to go ahead and post that link right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And I'll pin it to the live chat so that you could easily access that and call in either through those two methods. And we also have a poll, obviously. We're asking you to support the channel and hit that thumbs up. The quicker we get the 600 thumbs up, the quicker we can open up the live chat for everyone to chat. We got Two-Tone and Superstar joining us. What's going on?
What's going on? Happy afternoon. Border Wars next week. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So obviously, monologue, I'm talking Eddie Hearn, his latest article on Boxing Scene with a bunch of quotes where he just feels this is a dangerous fight for Devin Haney. He's calling it a crucial next step. He's calling it the Ryan Garcia saga. He's saying if Devin were to lose again, back-to-back, it could be a disaster for him. And he doubled down that this is a tough fight with Liam Paro. And obviously, Devin would be traveling to enemy territory yet again. Just because he's done it doesn't mean that it's an issue. That it's not an issue, should I say. But, yeah, man, what do you think of the fight? What do you think of Eddie? Is he just building it, or is there a lot of danger based off what we've seen in the Ryan Garcia-Devin Haney fight? Is there danger for Devin because we've seen Paro, obviously, is a tough guy?
Yeah, just like Tito Mercado said this morning, which was interviewed on the Boxing Voice. If this was before the Ryan Garcia fight, I would say yeah. But right now, if Devin the Dream Haney loses to Liam Paro, which is a very high chance that he does lose and get stopped by Liam Paro, career is pretty much over at that point. Normally, I wouldn't say that, but the magnitude of the way he got beat from pillar to post by Ryan Garcia, Osterine or not, that left hook was landing with precision. Game plan was horrible. We don't know what the status of his trainer is. I don't know if this is a death mission that Devin Haney is doing. This shows the heart that Devin does have, though. That's a real nigga right there. That's a man heart that's willing to fight Liam Paro after the beating he took to go fight Liam Paro, even though you didn't see him spar. This is career could be over if he loses Liam Paro. If he fight Ryan again and lose, it's definitely over. That's a wrap.
Well, people are insinuating that there's a possibility of maybe Devin and Ryan seeing each other. They're both back in the gym. They're both back training. And technically speaking, I'm pretty sure they both could fight in Riyadh season. I'm sure they could get Ryan approved out there. Now, will Devin Haney do it? I don't know. But that is potentially something that can happen. If Al Sheik wants it, he can get it. Now, this very article spoke about that. The fact that promoters are losing the grip on the market. Because Al Sheik has come in and he set a new standard. So now all the fighters want to fight in Riyadh season. You've seen Tito Mercado today. He's ready to go out there. Shakur signed up to go out there. And what that is doing is just creating this different pay grade and market, right? So now if that disappears, if Al Sheik disappears, what's going to happen, right? Because it's like the housing market, right? Right now there's inflation. These guys are being paid more than what they're accustomed to because of Al Sheik. And if he decides to leave, are we going to be able to get these guys to fight? Because, again, look, Eddie is saying it. What Devin demands, he needs certain fights in order to get that type of money.
Yeah. Turkey Al-Sheikh, we don't know his ultimate plans. We don't know if he cares about turning a profit at all at this point. Salute Sean Zattel said the man might have been sports washing or something like that. We don't know. So I suggest all the fighters right now, you got a man that's trying to make 60, 40, 50, 50 fights and he's paying you the bag. Hop on that before you win one of them PBC 3-year layoffs. Tip Bayless calling in defending it.
For sure, man, for sure. Listen, phone lines are open for anybody that is looking to call in and voice their opinion on today's topic. Eddie making it out to seem that this is a dangerous fight for Devin Haney, one that could be career-ending. I don't know that that's necessarily true.
Is this career-ending?
I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily true. I mean, he's saying it could be a disaster. I don't even see Devin losing. So, you know, I still need to be made a believer that he doesn't have a chin. I think that, you know, what happened certainly happened, but it was some peculiar, unique circumstances that, you know, took place.
Okay, first of all, when do we decide what is chinny and what is you don't have a chin? We have to make that. Devin got up from all of those left hooks. He got up. He finished the fight. Now, Linares, he was on Bambi legs. JoJo, medium Bambi legs. Ryan was putting them down. Now, is that he can get hurt easy? What's chinny and you just ain't got no chin at all? Like, we need an example. We need a definition for that. What is chinny and what is this man just got a glass chin? Anytime you hit this dude, it's over.
I mean, so chinny to me is Gamboa.
Okay.
He got 16 plus knockdowns. He goes down. Almost everybody puts him down. Chinny to me is also Amir Khan. A lot of people put him down, you know. Julio Diaz, Carlos Molina hurt him. You know, I don't want to say Collazo hurt him. Collazo had a bad game plan. His hands was down. But I just feel like I've seen Khan hurt a lot. Yeah, man. I don't know.
So Keith Thurman would be somebody soft to the body, like homeboy that Diego Pacheco. I guess he previously, Selecki got knocked out with a body shot previously to that. Not knocked out, but knocked down. So soft to the body would be like Keith Thurman, like he's soft to the body.
So again, I don't think Keith is soft to the body because you know, I got a quote where I'm like, you know, don't you guys think you're being critical to a guy that took a body shot and did not go down? He didn't go down. This man is the first and only fighter we've ever seen take out his mouthpiece during danger, not get hit again. No fighter could capitalize on that. He did it to Pacquiao. He did it to Collazo. I think it's a skill. First of all, how many times have you seen a fighter fumble his mouthpiece? Not Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman somehow can clinch his mouthpiece in between that glove and that thumb finger and pop it in and out his mouth with no problem. That's a skill to me. I know people are going to think I'm gaslighting and he's my favorite fighter. It's just a skill. Again, these dudes that are going to minimize what I'm saying, they never fucking put gloves on. They never put gloves on. They never been hit to the body. They never needed to go back to the corner and tell their coach, yo, take this mouthpiece out my mouth because my hands is in my gloves. I can't reach in my mouth. They don't understand that. You understand what you might need a little more of an airway to let that air come through. And
right.
Keith does that. He don't get hit to the body and go down. Nobody's stopped him to the body. Nobody's dropped him to the body. Pacquiao hit him in the chin and he went down and caught him on the way pulling out, which is already a sin. You're not supposed to pull straight back, you know, and he did. I don't think Thurman is chinny or soft to the body. If anything, I think he's durable. People have hit him with their best shots, and he's been able to take them.
Mm.
I don't know, man. That's how I look at it. But
Liam Paro
I think
went
that
to
Chinny, yeah, Chinny is, Khan and Gamboa. That should be the definition of Chinny.
Okay. So you think Devin's none of those?
You need more data. We had plenty of data to see Khan was Chinny. Plenty people punched him and showed, okay, even he could do it. Even this guy could do it. Like, we need more data. We need more data. And again, Khan was getting punched by, like, look, Brettis Prescott, Carlos Molina, Julio Diaz. These people were hurting him. These ain't Danny Garcias and Marcos Maidana. So, I don't know, man.
Well, it's Ryan Garcia Chinny. Tank put him down.
Nah, Tank hit him with a body shot.
The first knockdown. He hit Ryan Garcia flush in the face.
Yeah, again, but it's Tank. It's Tank. He got power. You're expected to go down if you're getting hit by Tank.
What about what's the Olympian? I forgot. Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell put Ryan down too.
He did, but Luke's a silver medalist or a gold medalist is how they wrote that one off.
I don't know. I think it's boxing.
Listen. Ryan went down twice. You want to call him Chinny. Arthur Beterbiev went down twice. I get laughed at for calling him Chinny. So it's weird. You know what I'm saying?
They was calling Crawford Chinny over Velasquez. And he had Bambi against Gamboa.
Yeah. People have said that. But it's not proved to be true. He keeps going through divisions and, steamrolling dudes. We M Easy from the BX, $5. Was Fernando Vargas' career over after his losses? Saying Dev's career would be over with a loss to Paro is ridiculous. Yeah, man.
He's black.
Eddie. That's your boy Eddie. Benitez Boxing Ness, the boxing prophet. Appreciate you, champ. Keenan, $2. Your thoughts on Eddie snaking Haney in interviews? I mean, we're talking about that. I don't really think it's snaking him. He could just be trying to sell the fight or genuinely thinks it's a dangerous fight for Devin Haney. I don't see why it wouldn't be a dangerous fight.
This Supreme, man, Liam Paro was just in Puerto Rico going against the so-called boogeyman and literally cooked that man.
Okay.
This ain't the same Leo Paro.
You're right. Certainly his confidence is going to be on an all-time high, having won the belt, having beat the boogeyman. But again, Devin is coming into this fight with a certain level of confidence because he's known what he done to Paro in sparring. So, yeah. I'm going out to James Benitez, Atlanta. What up? Hold on, James. Looks like we ought to reconnect on Spaces. Yo, you got to unmute?
Yo, I'm good, or you want to come back to me, Ness?
Nah, we hear you loud and clear.
I bet. Yeah, man. He beat the same so-called boogeyman that Haney Hearn was not willing to put Devin Haney in the ring with, man. So his confidence is at an all-time high. I got Paro being probably the second best fighter at 140. But you know who my dark horse is, man. I've been saying this since 2020, and it's Richardson Hitchens, man. Richardson Hitchens, when it's all said and done, with all the smoke clears, he's going to be standing up top with all the belts and everything, because I believe he's the most talented fighter. So Devin Haney definitely is chinny, Like, there's a couple of other fighters that's in that same category of being chinny or actually weak to the body. We could say, Jason Rosario has that reputation. Carlos Ocampo has that reputation. I can give you a few other names, man, but, these motherfuckers really ain't no boxing hardcore, so I ain't going to go down the list. I'm going to keep casual appeal names. But, I'm not really a fan of this fight because I think Devin needs a softer touch. I think this is too high risk for him. Coming off of traumatic experience that he already went through. But Devin want to cut his career short, he can, or he could just sit his ass down and wait until next April, which is not that far away, and just get the Ryan Part 2 and get a bigger bag. But either way it goes, Ness, I did drop something in the pre-pro, man, just to prove my point, man, that Juvenile is the great, piggybacking off of all the shit I was saying yesterday. And I'll probably be back later, man. Shout out to you and shout out to the community as always. I catch y'all.
All right. If you want to call in, phone line is open. Discord available. Twitter Spaces available. So hit us up. Voice your opinion.
Devin, if I was Devin Haney, I'll put my money on a trilogy, man. Wait for Ryan Garcia, get a Riyadh season bag, beat Ryan, then run it back for the trilogy, man. Get you a trilogy in.
Word. Especially that trilogy, that's going to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know that I ever make a post for my man Blair's the Flair, but we about to get Blair on. So we're going to go ahead and make a post. If you a member, if you a Patreon, you know what time it is. It's drop Blair the Flair question time. And the way that works is you got to be like, yo, my name is Mike from Chicago, and this is my question. This way, Blair the Flair knows he's got fans all around the world, or at least people that watch his fights from all around the world in every different state. And that could possibly give him a sense of, like, comfort and make him want to come back on the show where he gets asked questions from all over the world. That being said, we should be having him. So if you want to get ahead and take advantage, you need to head on over to Patreon and YouTube members and drop your question. I will be giving people time because I'll obviously refresh, and me and Tone will ask, we'll do some small talk with Blair while you drop your questions, but make sure you're fast because first come, first serve basis. And, once he's gone, he's gone. Looks like we got LJ. What up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
I can't imagine. I didn't know you just put me on that. He sparred Paro. I didn't know Devin sparred Paro.
Multiple times. And, the rumor is, which I believe 1,000%, that Devin is the one that broke his orbital bone, causing him to pull out the Matchroom fight that he had to pull out of last year when we was in studio and interviewed him with black glasses that he refused to take off.
Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine Devin choosing this dude after sparring him and Devin losing. I imagine this being and I don't even want to put it like, an easy belt, but I mean,
yeah, but remember that really don't mean shit. He fought fucking Ryan 6 times, and what happened that night on the 7th fight had never happened, and he never thought it could happen, and that's why he came out there like a different type of person.
Yeah, but that's the 5% of boxing. Like, I feel like if Devin, we all know Devin fought the wrong style of fight. He let the emotions get into him. I feel like moving forward that won't be an issue. Yeah, I mean they're both going in there, they're both fighting. So like obviously, and Paro's a champion. He has a well-right way to feel like he'll win. But from being an outside standpoint, if I sparred a dude and I'm picking to fight him after a comeback fight of me getting beat up, I can't imagine that. I gotta imagine Devin's pretty confident going into that fight, which is like the most important thing coming back from a loss or whatever, not a loss, but whatever you want to call that night. I'm glad that Tone brought up the chinny situation because I don't think Devin's chinny. I think you're chinny if he would have. He got rocked in the first round and came back and won like 5 straight rounds. So I don't think you can be chinny unless you get hit and you just out of the fight right then and there. Like he got up multiple times. I think that's someone that got a chin, right? Like he even got knocked down in one of those later rounds and came back and won a round. I wouldn't
That's
classify him as chinny.
literally another argument. Like, you know, if you get knocked down and get up, but then that's the thing for Gamboa. He been down and up so many times they still call him chinny because he always got up too. And
Yeah, but
Trinidad always got up.
Devin got to the end of the fight though. Devin didn't get knocked out. I feel the same way about Errol. I feel like Errol got one of the best chins in boxing. He was getting his shit rocked all night and was still, even when the ref stopped the fight, look at the ref like, I'm still ready to go, you know? I wouldn't classify Devin as chinny. I think he's a warrior in there. And I think he got one of the best chins in boxing after that. And Ryan's a power puncher. It's not Ryan's pillow fisted and then he got rocked by a guy that's pillow fisted. He got rocked by one of the best power punchers in boxing.
Feel like it's your
Thanks
turn,
for the time. I'm gone.
but it's not
All
your turn.
right. Appreciate you.
Would you go because Triple G took massive shots from Canelo, and Canelo took massive shots from Triple G. Gervonta Tank Davis has taken flush shots from Mario Barrios and stayed on his feet. So do they have a chin as opposed to somebody like Devin Haney who gets dropped?
I mean, again, that's the appeal in the fight, right? There's going to be so many people to tune in to see what happens and how does Devin handle, you know, the punching power of Liam Paro. Phone lines is open if you want to call in. Discord is available, and Twitter Spaces X is available. Landline, the number is 1563 999-3427. Press 1 time to voice your opinion.
Or can you be easily hurt? Lomachenko had Devin hurt.
That is another thing that he gets hurt. Maybe that could be a thing, but yeah, again, I'm pretty sure he's at like 30 fights and he's only been hurt in, you know, the Loma, the Linares, and Devin Ryan fight.
Big resume right there. Look at that. That man, put some respect on Devin's name, man.
That's what
Can't say that for a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see, man. We got Brambo on a check-in. What up?
What up, Ness?
Chillin'.
What up, Two-Tone?
What up, bro?
No, man, I ain't been able to tap in a minute, but you know, I ain't even really been able to talk since my man and Billy did what he did with his one-on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to talk about Derek Chaco only have a one-on, but my man and Billy hurt his arm early in that fight too. And you seen the ice pack on his shoulder at the end of the fight. But we're gonna move on. We talking about Devin Haney tonight. I love the Liam Paro fight. Haney gonna win by unanimous decision with ease. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna probably be like 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3. Totally outclass the boy. You know, it's gonna be easy work. You know, Two-Tone, is David Benavidez fighting anybody? He got
absolutely not.
Not yet.
I want him to fight Hot Rod.
You want him to fight Hot Rod?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just checking because, you know, I mean, Edgar Berlanga about to get busy next Saturday. You know, Edgar Berlanga got me convinced he about to shock the world. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? He in the videos training hard. He talking that shit. He got that confidence. He about to come out and shock the world. You know, it's the wrong fight for Canelo. You know, other than that, my man Keyshawn, he just got the lit card. He about to be the man at Top Rank. I want to thank Shakur Tweetfinson, Shadiva Tweetfinson. I want to thank him personally. All that Twitter fingers and going ahead and signing with Eddie Hearn, that was the best thing for Keyshawn Davis. Now Virginia can shine. You know, I'm probably going to fly home for that fight, too. I'm definitely thinking about it. But, yeah, he about to be the top guy at Top Rank now. You know, Shakur's about to fall by the wayside under Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? He out here fighting Cordina. I don't even know who this Cordina guy really is, for real. I'm going to tell you like that. All I know is when he got knocked out his last fight at a lower weight class.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but Devin comes back from being cheated, fighting a guy that wasn't at the weight class and was on some assistance, a performance enhancement, went 12 rounds with him, going through what he going through. He coming back to fight a killer of the killer, a literal killer. Because Matias was the killer, right? So he about to go in and beat the man that beat the man again. When he was at 135, he beat the man that beat the man that beat the man, right? Did he not beat Kambosos after Kambosos dropped Lopez?
Yep.
After Lopez beat Loma? Did he not do that?
Facts.
Yes,
Facts.
So he about to do the same thing again at 140, you know? And he'll probably do the same thing at 147 because it's going to be Devin that ends up going up and fighting Boots. And he going to win. You heard it here first. 2 years from now, Devin will go to 147, he'll fight Boots, and he'll beat Boots. He going to humble Boots down. You know? I don't know what's going on with this Boots and Brian Norman situation. I don't know if Norman just trying to be popular, doing the Shadiva Tweetverson thing, or if Norman really want to fight. I don't know.
Brambo.
You know, but that was my time. All right.
Yeah, nah, that's our guess. The most entertaining man in boxing.
Woo! What's good, y'all?
What's going on, champ? What's going on, man? Happy to finally get you on. You know I've been trying to have you on the show for a minute, man. First and foremost, congratulations on the win over Adrian Broner. And, yeah, man, how you feeling?
I feel great, man. It's just been a wonderful time. Just enjoying life as it comes, and as it comes is what it is, you know. So like the thing is, when things don't go as planned, most times it's because there's things that should be happening that's not happening. So God will always make a way somehow, some way.
So let's get some things out in the open here. Did Eddie Hearn and Matchroom send you an offer to face Jerron Boots Ennis in Philadelphia for November?
No, I wish they would.
Okay, so they didn't even use you as an option. Did you hear about the failed negotiations between the Normans and the Ennis and Matchroom team?
Yes, I did.
What was your thoughts? Obviously, you know, that negotiation became very public, and it was made well aware on this show. We had the manager, the father, the son. You know, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of offers and counter offers. Ultimately, they walked away from $1.7 million to face Jerron in Philadelphia, the Lions Den, and we know Jerron did do 14,100 tickets his last fight. This would have been for a unification. We have to assume they would have sold more than that. Is that something you would have done? You would have gone to the backyard for that amount of money in front of all those people rooting against you? Do you think the Normans dropped the ball, ultimately, is the question?
No, I don't think they dropped the ball because I think somewhere along the line they might be able to get that shot again. But asking for probably too much at a time where like all they have is just, you know, fight is to promote the fight and maybe a belt. But yeah, it's regardless, they like the promotion will have to do all the heavy lifting of promoting the fight. Jerron Ennis, he's doing a really good job with promoting, well, being part of the whole Philly movement and everything. But no, I don't think that will be a back in his backyard type of fight. It'll be in my backyard as well, because I'm from Philly as well. So it'll be very interesting how that clash would happen if they gathered up enough
but do
courage.
you really think you will receive the amount of love? Because you left. You left. He's there. He brought the big fight back to town. Danny hasn't done that. Bernard hasn't done that. You know, no one's done 14,000. It's been, I think they said I want to say, I don't misquote me, but a very popular old school fighter. They said it's been that long. So what he did is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's impressive because the problem is this, man. We haven't had a really good fighter like fight in Philadelphia in a long time. So when things like that happen, there's a big need and want in the boxing community in Philadelphia for something to happen, anything to happen. And it had to be Jerron Ennis to pull it off. Matchroom is doing an incredible job with Ennis and putting him in the right position to make sure that we bring back Philadelphia.
So, what's up with you? Obviously, you're coming off the Adrian Broner run. That was in June 7th. So you got about 3 months out the ring in 2 days, 3 days. How much longer are you looking to stay out? I mean, are you really going to be out 6 months? Because obviously 3 months already, another 3 months to get in shape, two months to get in shape. Are we looking at 6 months out the ring or what?
Look, man, I'm looking for a big fight that can make a good move, not just financially, but for the status of boxing. Like if I walk around here calling myself the people's champion, the people's champion need to continuously fight big fights and big attractions. Now, right now, I'm the name. I can't say that I have all the accolades of somebody like Jerron Ennis, but I am the only person that's actually fought a name. So it's very interesting how things are going to pan out in the future years when it comes to these negotiations. We need to
So
make that happen.
do you think that right now you have a better resume than Ennis because of your win over former champion Hooker and former champion Adrian Broner, and his wins are only Roman Villa and Lipinets, who's a former champion?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like definitely a better resume when it comes to that. And on top of that, I have very, very little content on me. So it's not like I fought a whole bunch of easy tune-up fights to put me on that level. Jerron Ennis is being moved properly weak. So we need to see more out of Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis is a tremendous fighter, though,
Why do
regardless.
you think you haven't received an offer? I mean, you've literally been the most vocal when it comes to wanting to fight Ennis. You guys have had the face off. It's been on camera. There's alleged rumors of past sparring sessions. Why hasn't this fight manifested?
You'll have to ask them. You'll have
I
to
mean,
ask Eddie Hearns.
I'm asking you. You also have a manager that can, contact Hearn and contact Matchroom.
Hey,
Your
man,
your team
I'm
has to do the
contacting.
job too.
Yeah, hey man, directly. I contact them directly. No, my team contact them. They're only interested if they can get me on like a late notice, like a Alexis Rocha setup. That's where I see it, and that's a problem because I want the whole show. I don't want to just like, oh yeah, let's just hurry up and throw you in there, and then and then just like throw you under the rug. No, like boxing deserves Blair the Flair at 100%, Jerron Ennis at 100%, and the promotion at 100%. Boxing deserves it, and that's how I feel about it.
What's your thoughts on obviously Eddie Hearn losing the purse bid and Jerron either has to go now maybe to Germany to defend that belt or vacate that belt and, potentially move up to 54?
I think I like no. Let me be Moses in reverse and not let my people go. Jerron Ennis does not need to move up in weight. There are still plenty of big fights and plenty of big like cash out people that can make the fight game exciting. We still have Blair the Flair, which is probably the biggest fight that he could possibly have. He's talking about fighting we call it Terrence Crawford, but look, Blair the Flair probably sells more, if not just as good. We have Stingonis, a big tough fighter and definitely worthy of a big fight like Jaron Ennis. Look, we're talking about some pretty big fights with some very, very high level risk, and that's the problem. You know, so what they're trying to do is hurry up and try to cash out with the Terrence Crawford fight. You know, what I mean, with the aging Crawford that's on his way out, and he's still a terrific and big and beautiful fighter, but just not much of a seller outside of the fact that he's got terrific and amazing boxing skills. The thing is, I think we could do better. I think we can do better. I think we can do better, and I think Boots and Eddie Hearn should definitely be calling me, and it's for a reason that they weren't able to get that deal done with Top Rank and with Brian Norman, because Destiny you can't run from Destiny but for so long. I mean, what are they trying to do? They're trying to how long are they gonna run? They're gonna run until I get old or something? Is that what is gonna have to happen? I'm gonna have to be on crutches for them to fight me. Is that how it go? Are we gonna do another Floyd? We're gonna have to do another Floyd Manny Pacquiao fight? Is that what it is? Where we just wait until God knows when, and then people start losing interest and all kinds of crazy shit? Like, come on, I think we can do better.
Blair, you said earlier today you know how to beat a Philly fighter. Why? What do you see in Jaron Boots Ennis that makes you think you can cook this man?
Let's just put it like this. There's enough data on him. There's enough data on him. There's enough information to know exactly what I'm dealing with. And yeah, let's just put it like this. It would be predictable what's going to happen in that ring. I know how to manipulate his feet. I know how to manipulate his punches. I know how to manipulate certain things and pull certain things out of him. And then on top of that, another thing that's a really, really interesting element to the boxing game is his ego.
Okay.
His ego will fall victim for a lot of things and get him far too comfortable too fast. And for somebody like me, I mean, what's the odds? What's the odds of him hitting the deck in the first 2 rounds?
Wow.
You know, what's the odds of him hitting the deck? Period. Like in the first 1, 2.
I mean,
3,
truthfully,
4 rounds.
Truthfully, it would be plus money because the probability is low. He's demonstrated a decent chin thus far. He fought Roman Villa toe to toe, and again, Lipinets has experience. The Van Heerden fight, however long it lasted, Van Heerden is also a career welterweight. he had experience. I don't know. You put him down in the first 2 rounds, that's making a statement for sure.
I mean, that's guaranteed to happen. So the whole thing is what happens next, because I would love to see where he is when that happens.
He's gonna have to get on the bike and box until he gets his shit together, I guess.
Okay, something's got to happen though, because the whole thing is like this. We don't know who he is after a good spanking. We don't know. We don't know who he is after an ass whooping. And it's guaranteed that it's going to happen early. With somebody like me, it's guaranteed. If he's going to get touched, he's going to get touched early, and something's going to happen. He's going to go down.
So
what happens next is going to be very interesting.
I want you to just give the counter to that argument, because there's obviously going to be people like, come on, Blair's clowning. Rocha cooked him. How could he possibly beat Boots?
Okay, how about this? Really? This is gonna be really fun for you guys. How about this? Alexis Rocha fight was a late notice fight with very, very little actual training involved, and it went pretty far for what it was. Let's put it like this. Let's say that Alexis Rocha fight, I sold the fuck out of that fight and it didn't take me long at all to to pack the house completely and even have pay-per-view movement. Look, the thing is this. So you can't say I don't sell, even on a fucking late notice. Now, the whole thing is this, right? There's a couple elements to Ennis. What happens when he's faced against a mover that's moving lateral? Okay, well, we saw what happened when he faced somebody that was moving lateral and moving and touching, and he was getting hit a lot. He was crossing his feet up, doing a whole lot of funny things. What happens when people throw unorthodox punches early in the fight, and there happen to be round? He gets hit. He gets nailed really good with one or two good shots before he inevitably beats the person that was supposed to be on the canvas anyway, that was looking for a way out anyway. Like most of these fighters that he's fighting are already dead men. You know what I mean? So what happens when that element comes into play? And then the whole issue is this. What happens when he gets cracked because he's inevitably going to get cracked. He's going to get cracked early, and he's going to get cracked. So what happens when he gets hurt? Let's put it like this. My last two fights were against better opposition and unbelievable chins and people that have far more better value than even myself at the time. And let's say it like this. The last two fights, as far away as they were and under crazy circumstances, I still racked up 4 knockdowns within 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds of both fights. But and then after that, you just unbelievably good boxing skills that will take over the whole fight completely. I take the sting out of them, and then if they want to get up and fight some more, I go ahead and beatbox them fucking breaking. You know what I mean? Just keep going on.
Now some would say you did get tired in the Broner fight.
Never got tired. Never got tired.
Some could say you got tired late.
The late fight, late in the fight, I wanted to play safe. There was something that I seen that I definitely don't want to come and reoccur again. You know what I mean? And what that is I'm staying poised and under control, taking the fight 1 round at a time. Never got tired ever in the fight. And the thing is, I'm touching him up the whole fight. If he hit me, I hit him 5, 6 more times. And then the thing is, right? What happened with the Broner fight and Sean Porter? What happened to Sean Porter?
He got dropped.
He got
late,
dropped.
Yeah.
No, he got dropped real bad late. Real bad late.
I mean, it was a check hook. Come on, real bad. It was a check hook. He fell on his butt. He got up.
Check. Look, if you saw his face, he was fucking surprised.
He was shocked for sure. He was shocked.
Yeah, he was shocked. He was shocked. He was hit with a big shot out of nowhere. So Broner has unbelievable boxing skills and strength late in the fight.
No, for sure. He hurt Maidana. He hurt Maidana late, and I interviewed Maidana. I was there for that fight with him and Maidana. Maidana said that he was one of the hardest punches he's ever faced. So I know he has power, but you also prove you have power because Broner doesn't go down often. No. I don't know how many. I don't even remember that many people that put him down. Just Maidana, right? Did Pacquiao put him down?
There's only
Pacquiao
2 people.
only put him down.
No, there's only 2 people. There's only 2 people that's ever put him down. Me, myself, and Maidana. You know what I mean? And not to mention, the power and fortitude of somebody like Adrian Broner. His body was extremely strong, and his chin is granite stone. You know what I mean? The same punch, I knocked him down and knocked his tooth out, dislocated his fucking shoulder, broke his fucking elbow. The whole shit was the most devastating punch that in boxing. And he still got up and fought. He still got up and fought. That motherfucker. And then I landed the same shot 7 more times. 1 for each round almost. And this motherfucker continues to press on. He's a fucking solid champion. So, and what's the odds of somebody like Boots surviving that type of hit? I don't think he would have survived.
I mean, the youth. You got to factor in Boots' youth. that's what Broner's lacking. Boots has what Broner doesn't have, and makes up for in experience. Boots lacks, but makes up for in youth and
Yes,
size. He's a big
but then
welterweight.
but then it's like this. He has youth, but he doesn't have wisdom. Broner has been in the game
For sure.
long enough to see the very, very best that boxing ever produced, ever. You know, Manny Pacquiao is one of the greatest fighters to ever live, period. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and he fought some of the best fighters out there. You know what I mean? He survived some of the fucking most biggest ass whoopers. Like, McDonough wasn't no joke. And he hurt McDonough. You know what I mean? And like, and McDonough fucking gave him the fucking business. And he survived it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, he fought, like, the things that Broner went through. And then not to mention, we're the same fucking age. Broner got all that shit early in life. You know what I mean? Not to mention, like, this motherfucker had 3 months to prepare for me. It wasn't a late notice fight. It wasn't like no fucking like setup. You know what I mean? For Broner to lose or me to lose. It was a fucking fair fight. 3 months. 3 months of preparation. Go. You know what I'm saying? In mid-camp, he even fucking hired one of the best trainers in boxing today. Just to make sure that he wins. You know what I'm saying? And so like there's a lot of elements. And even like the fight with Hooker. Hooker came in almost a whole weight class bigger than me. And Golden Boy knew that would happen. And then check this out. Check this shit out. He had Terrence Crawford in his corner. You know what I mean? His hands were strong. When he fought Virgil Ortiz, he had a broken hand before the fight. That's why they stopped the fight. Because he broke his fucking hand. His hand was already broken before the fight. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no late notice training camp. He was solid and ready. Everybody expected me to lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what more I cannot say, because the whole thing is, right, that you can stack the odds against me and like you can't predict not one fight. Nobody thought that I would knock down Broner. I mean, yeah, you might be able to expect like, okay, he might got a little bit more volume. He might be able to put together some more punches, but not on that fashion. Cause like, guess what? Broner's a fucking legend. Broner's a fucking dude that has tons of experience. You think he can't figure out a way to stop that?
For sure. Blair, we see Devin the Dream Haney looking to make a comeback this December against Liam Paro. He fought Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia leaked sparring footage of dropping you. Would you want to maybe fight a Ryan Garcia maybe before we get a Ryan Devin rematch? Would you want to fight Ryan Garcia, being
Absolutely.
he did leak some sparring?
Absolutely. If they want to fucking look, it's easy to like highlight one moment in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was to really watch that whole sparring, because I got up immediately. They couldn't even drop the video fast. Like they couldn't cut the fucking video fast enough to see me stay down. You know what I mean? Like midway down, I'm already getting back up. I'm like, okay, it's time. Your ass is done. I didn't know who the fuck you were at all. I didn't know what kind of fucking skills or abilities that you have. But okay, now you got that. Now it's time to pay. You know, that's just a small clip in a very long ass whooping that happened with Ryan Garcia. And so the whole thing is, I will absolutely take that fight. It'd be very easy to go ahead and take away that one weapon versus fucking God knows how many weapons I have, and the unpredictability factor of what I can do. What's going to happen with Ryan Garcia? I mean, it's very similar to like the idea of what will happen when he faced Gervonta Davis. Do you think I don't have a left hand? What happened to the last left hand I threw? You know, let's see what happens. And I got a right hand too, and I can duck around and fucking and throw that shit without even looking. You know, and boom, Maurice Hooker like lost, trying to figure out. I jabbed at him, completely missed. Where is he? Boom, on the ground. You're on the ground now. Like it's a lot of elements when it comes to me, and that's why I'm not the guy that people want to fight, even though they have no choice. Um, Boots don't have a choice. You know what I mean? It's just like, how long is it going to take? What, you want to move up and wait for what? You chasing what? Like chasing a guy that don't want to fight you, and then eventually get called a bitch. You know what? At that point, I'll take fucking Philly back. You know what? I thought Philly was in good hands, but you know what? I'm taking Philly back. Philly's my city. Fuck you. This is my city
Oh
now.
shit! You running Philly boxing right now?
I will run Philly boxing from now on if he can't. If he can't take it,
Okay.
if he can't take the heat, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually don't give a fuck. That's the scary part that most people can't deal with. They can't deal with this 50-50 flip.
I got one question before I get to some of the people questions before we get you out of here. Don King usually has a great relationship with the sanctioning bodies. Like, I mean, he stays with a champion. He's gotten Marketable a million shots. Milenko Noel, who I'm probably butchering his last name, he's gotten him tons of shots. Even Ian Green has gotten some regional shots. Why haven't you gotten ranked?
I don't know. So I gotta make some calls and make a whole lot of things happen because Blair Flair deserves to be ranked top 3 in every sanctioning body, if not better than that. I'm the only person that fought a name. You got names that not fighting. You know what I mean? You got names that never fought nobody. You know what I mean? You got people that got a whole lot of backing, a whole lot of fucking hype that never fucking did shit. You know what I mean? So we need to change that. We need to change that. So it sounds like I need to be having a really good talking and doing some really good movement when it comes to sanctioning bodies to make sure that Blair Flair is the #1 fighter that everybody wants to see and the #1 fighter that's ranked. You know, I feel like that's something that can be easily fixed. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'm ranked #1. I'm ranked #1 in IBF. Where you at, Boots? Because what you gonna fight the guy that you fought already? You know what I mean? What's gonna happen?
That's actually who he's scheduled to fight. So we got some questions. Kansas City, Mad Bent says, how do you mentally prepare for a fight? Meditation, visualization, or both?
All of the above. All of the above. I need everything. I need prayers. I need meditation. I need visualization. I need a great game plan to break down my fighter so I know what I'm doing when I walk into the ring and not just going on autopilot like most fighters do. I need a great instructor that's keeping me poised and under control between rounds and also during rounds. I need all of those things. I need all of those things. I need a great great backing between my fucking promoter. I need great backing between my management. I need great backing between people like you guys that are like the biggest influence when it comes to boxing media. Everything plays a part. So like I cannot say that I am a one-man team at all. And definitely 100% God has the final say, and that's how I became.
Rod in LA, DX or NWO?
See, I love DX. That's why I came out, and I was looking forward to doing the NWO for like a Ryan Garcia fight, or even Alexis Rocha, because I'm really like the black sheep of their promotion. You know, I'm not Mexican enough for you. Fuck you. You know what I mean? That's just what it is right now. You know what I mean? So right now I am that guy. I am that guy. But me personally, I gotta call it DX because I love that time. That was my best time. You know.
All right. I got G from Brooklyn. He says, what's some of the mental training you do to keep yourself sane in this crazy boxing world?
Words mean a lot. If I could ever tell you guys that maybe coming up in boxing and you might not even be there yet. You might not even be there yet. And let's say fuck it, you might not even believe it yet. You better fucking say it. Say it with conviction. You know what I mean? I've been talking about this fight with Boots for a long time, telling him that he's gonna get his ass whooped sooner or later. Blair the Flair is gonna break him down. So when it happens, I don't care what anybody believe, but I believe. God believed. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have these sayings in your mind that you can regurgitate consistently. Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing, consistently. Blair the Flair, the number one people's champion. I've been saying that before they even made me a people's champion. Consistently. I'm not going to be stopped. Consistently. You have to say it and feel it and believe it. And it's got to be a part of who you are. It's not over. That's something that I say consistently. When I wake up in the morning and like I see this big mountain ahead of me that like I could very well die in that ring. This could be all over in a matter of an instant. It's my time. It's my year. It's my moment. It's my time. It's my year. It's my moment. It's my time. It's my year. It's my moment. I'm the best. Too fast. Too strong. Too fast. Too strong. Powerful. Too fast. Too strong. Smart. Too much. I'm ready. I can feel it. Matter of fact, while I'm saying that, I can feel like like nerves touching me all over, lighting up all around me, and I bring that attraction to me all throughout my training and my career. And like put like this, I've been through tons of layoffs, tons of like trials and tribulations in boxing. So if anybody been through it, I've been through it, and like this will be a big testimony that no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, you can still make it.
Shout out. We got Zeno in Maryland. He says, you talk to Ann about Boots differently than other fighters at 147. It's honestly quite refreshing. If you were to beat him, would you unify or pursue the Rocha rematch first?
I would rather unify. I feel like I already proven that fight was a fluke, and that like Rocha is not on my level. I mean, matter of fact, they kind of proved it themselves with just getting knocked off with the first 50-50 he fought right after me. And then right after him, I fought an even better fighter and then beat him. Like if that was the case, if he was so great, he should have fought fucking Maurice Hooker right after, only like a couple months after. I mean, why not? But he didn't. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff has to do with politics that I'm not a part of, and I have nothing to do with that. So my whole thing is, I would rather move on to bigger and better things. But hey, if Golden Boy wants to fuck with me, cause they already owe me a lot of money. If they want to fuck with me and I go ahead and take some more money, I don't mind taking it.
What you mean they owe you money? Because you know Canelo claimed that Oscar owed him that. Then Devin came out and said Oscar hasn't paid him. What do you mean Golden Boy owes you money?
Look, I went on a 2-year layoff. You think that happened for no reason? It happened because of the contracts and stuff like that and the legalese, and the fact that I will send them paperwork, I will send them things, I will mail, I will call, I will do everything it takes to at least get this release. Because it's been over 90 days. As soon as it's over 90 days, that contract is void. We don't have an agreement anymore. Mm-hmm. So I was free. I should have been free to work with Haney Hearn. I should have been free to work with Top Rank. I should have been free to work with pretty much anybody, even Don King. Like, you know what I mean? But I had to go through legal precautions because they thought I was just some broke nigga that didn't have shit and like no backing and no people to help me. But I made sure that I made it happen. Now, yeah, I go on a 2-year layoff, but don't worry. God's got my back. I'm going to fight the best fighter I could possibly fight right now. The fight that I've been trying to get with Golden Boy, that Golden Boy tried to stop me from getting, oh, don't worry. I got that. I'll make that happen. God's got my back. And that's kind of like how it is. Yes, they owe me some money because, look, you're not going to win no fucking no court like being negligent when you got a big ass company that should definitely be checking your fucking mail. You know what I mean? You got a big ass company that should have definitely been answering your phone. You got a big ass company and you should have definitely been taking care of yourself and making sure that these fighters get what they're supposed to get. I'm not quiet, so they should have definitely known who the fuck I am. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So it's ridiculous. And me personally, I would have wished that I like things could have been right with me and Golden Boy, and we could have just went on to bigger and better things. Like why not allow me to be one of their top guys? You know what I mean? And face some of the best guys. If you don't want me to attack Virgil Ortiz, tell me that and fucking move me in a different direction. Okay, Connor Ben. But regardless, I'm looking for greatness. So like regardless, like if I'm that guy that's looking for greatness and I can prove everything I've done all the way to this far. I mean, how many fights have they really put me in that I was supposed to lose? A lot. You know what I mean? And I've proven myself over and over and over again. And matter of fact, I captivated the Mexican audience. What more can you want from somebody like me? I wish it was better.
Me too, champ. We got some more for you. Next one is from Years of Lurking from Tampa. Blair, I'm a huge fan, but I'm here to ask the tough questions. Is it true you turned down the Brian Norman fight, which was said by Brian Norman Sr.?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think that question is accurate because I asked Norman about fighting you, and he said you weren't ranked, so they couldn't give you a title shot. It would have to be a voluntary.
I have to go out and do a lot of this shit myself, which is very, very frustrating. When Don King people should be on top of that, when my management should be on top of that. But I'll make sure that all of this stuff is going to be taken care of, even if it's got to be done by my hands only. I have plenty of reasons why Blair the Flair is ranked number 1, period. Brian Norman, he has a terrific trainer. He has a terrific father that's doing everything he possibly can for his son. And I cannot say much but tip my hat off to how far they've gone.
Salute to you, champ. That was one of the topics in the earlier show, man, being able to celebrate other people's success. We got James Benitez in Atlanta that says, Blair, with all due respect, you a cool fighter. You beat AB, which is cool, in 2018. Don't lose anytime soon because Brian Norman will be used and you wait. Will
used up.
You. Oh, got you. I got you. Brian Norman will use you as a B-side next year. Atlanta got real smoke for Philly ninjas. You first, boots after, but let me not assume. Do you really want that fight with Norman Jr.?
I mean, why not? I mean, I know he's chinny. I know he's not good at fucking at certain things, certain elements to boxing. I know that he's very young. I know he's a warrior that will fight, but then like that can lead him into more bigger punches, more bigger traps. I know that he's a terrific fighter, but the whole thing is like he's a terrific fighter that was moved perfectly. You know what I mean? And only fought like real good fights only in recent times. And facing somebody like me that has the dynamics to actually beat him. That's bigger. The dynamics are even bigger than his father, bigger than his training camp, bigger than his trainers, bigger than his fucking sparring partners. The dynamics that I have, there's almost nothing that he can actually like predict. So what's going to happen? Of course, I look forward to fighting somebody like Brian Norman. If they make the fight happen, that'd be great. Would I be a B-side? I don't know about that. I don't know about being a B-side anymore, ever. You know what I mean? Like, I would love a 50-50 setup. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't matter anymore. I mean, how many B-side fights have I fought already? I mean, you can't steal an ass whooping. The ass whooping's coming. You can't beat a motherfucker that's been whipping your ass the whole fight. You know what I mean? And so, like, I don't really worry too much about that, but I'm not looking forward to like a B-side against like somebody like top rank. You know what I mean? But I do look forward to putting on a big show for the fans and for the boxing people. Hopefully we can bring aboard new fans that never knew nothing about boxing and pull some of those guys that used to be in MMA and everything else.
I got the next one is, hey Blair, this is Corey from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How did it feel to beat a possible future Hall of Famer in Adrian Broner? And do you think he wasn't as good as they claim him to be?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, Broner was definitely as good as I thought he was, if not a little bit better. You know, Broner definitely had a whole lot more in the tank than I ever thought. And he came to fight. He came to fight, and he was a problem the whole night that I had to solve the whole night, every round, every possibility of just simply walking through him was taken away, and that's due to his amount of like experience. I mean, I like I'm walking in there with like what less than 16 fights of experience, and I'm up against a giant. And guess what? He's not old. We're the same age, so he's not dusty. He's not dusty if I'm not dusty. Something's up. You know what I mean? The only element that made it a little bit different when it came to the dynamics of me and him fighting is the fact that he has been around. He does have a whole lot of fights. He does have a whole lot of content. He has a whole lot of fights where he wins. He have a whole lot of fights when he loses. He has a whole lot of fights of what happens before before the fight, during the fight, after the fight, all of it. There's a whole lot of content on who exactly Adrian Broner is. The problem is, y'all don't know who the fuck I am. You really don't know how good I really am, and there's a reason. And there's a reason why people like Boots don't jump up to say, "Yeah, let's fight right now." No, because I am a problem, and I've always been a problem. But the thing is, as long as they can quiet me and keep me in my nice little private space of nowhere, then they feel like they're somewhat comfortable with not seeing me. But Blair the Flair speaks. Blair the Flair talks. Blair the Flair walks. Blair the Flair makes sure that these fights happen. And guess what? Even when you're not by my side, God is still there. So God is going to make sure that the fight happens regardless. There's going to be times where people are going to run out of options. AB ran out of options. I've been chasing this motherfucker for years. But guess what? He run out of options, then guess what? He has to face Blair Flair. Boots, he's going to run out of options. And eventually he's going to fight Blair Flair. No matter what happens, I'm still going to be good. I'm still going to be young. I'm still going to be fresh and ready to go because I don't have a whole lot of damage from fighting a whole bunch of fights that wasn't useful to get me to where I am. You know, so it's all about the dynamics of God, and we have to leave it as that. But one thing I definitely gotta say, we on the boxing voice, baby. What's up? I feel good.
Let's go.
We here, baby.
I got some more for you. I got Sony in Cincinnati. He says, "What's up, Blair? This is Sony from Cincinnati. I've always been a fan, although I have family ties to Adrian Broner. So I was rooting for him, but you have an unbelievable glow." Pause. For the camera, a suggestion I have is Deontay Wilder used to be a regular here on the Boxing Voice to come and talk boxing and answer boxing fans' questions. You have the personality for it. Plus, it'll keep you on screen and relevant while your team irons out the BS of negotiations.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Sony. Shout out to Sony. And look, regardless, I know you have big ties with AB. Go ahead and hop on board of the Blair the Flair train because, like, look, man, I'm doing this all in his name too. Because to tell you the truth, I'm the monster that he created. You know what I mean? He came, he did it right, he did it before me, and I'm the monster that he created. I'm the monster he made. You know what I mean? So I give nothing but credit and respect to AB. And look, at the end of the day, out of all the people from the yesterday's era of like Al Heyman and all that stuff, they're not really jumping up to fight like a young hungry fighter like myself, like Boots, like Ben, like any of them. So I like one thing I have to do is give credit where credit's due. And AB was not a pushover. He was there all night long. You know what I mean? And getting off sometimes, catching me in certain areas and teaching me how to be a better fighter.
Jerry Soriano, your lender for life in Bogota, Colombia. You seem like such a marketable product, ready for all the smoke. In your honest assessment, why can't you stick with a top promoter and get the big fights? And are you available to fight under the Turkey Al Sheikh banner?
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the biggest reasons why promotions and all this other stuff kind of like plays an element is because the things that are actually killing boxing. Racism is killing boxing. Politics is killing boxing. The business world stepping their dirty hands and dirty feet onto boxing soil and boxing business and things like that. There's a whole lot of elements to boxing. The idea of Floyd Mayweather, just the very idea of Floyd Mayweather boasting about numbers instead of boasting about greatness. You know what I mean? Waiting for fighters to be well outdated before they finally fight and things like that, and playing the business game. And then a whole lot of young fighters trying to do the same. It hurt boxing tremendously, and it put a position where like somebody like me is very, very hard for me to do. It's hard for me to just go out there and just go ahead and prove to you guys I'm the best. You know what I mean? Because like they throw a whole lot of roadblocks in the midst of that to stop you from being great, because they already have their guys. Like Golden Boy have their guy with Alexis Rocha and Virgil Ortiz. Then they protect them so much that like it's kind of ridiculous, and then like then you have the whole idea with Matchroom, but then they have their guys. They have their guys that they protect. It's funny how like we're sitting here talking about how we can't find a fight for Jerron Ennis, but then Conor Benn is on the exact same banner and nobody's talking about it, and not even them. It's a politic game, and the one person that breaks all politics, that's a marketable character that can captivate a much wide audience of people, that breaks the rules of racism, breaks the rules of politics, breaks the rules of business, breaks the rules of everything, and that's not easily controlled, is Blair the Flair. So that becomes an element. So it's a shame that like the promoters and matchmakers and managements of promotional companies want to stop people from seeing a great fight and from seeing like great fighters like myself rise to a position of power. I know they have their reasons, but also we should have our reasons to keep boxing great.
Couldn't have said it any better, champ. Looks like that might be. Actually, we got Ali and Dago that says, "What up, Blair? Do you want to avenge your only loss to Rocha at some point, and are you looking for a title shot down the line?" You kind of answered both of those. You said you feel like you've moved on to bigger and better things, and obviously you want a title shot. But do you want to add anything to that?
I don't mind going ahead and erasing that loss, but I think that people need to see that loss. I think that people need to see that loss in my career. People need to see the trials and tribulations of boxing and the trials and tribulations of a boxing career. Because the whole idea of perfection has been like this thing that's been like a fad, and it's not what makes boxing great. What makes boxing great is the measure of a human spirit. We get to see something very special that no other sport can actually captivate. And that's the human spirit, where a motherfucker can go through all kinds of trials and tribulations in life, but on this night, it didn't happen. On this night, things didn't go as planned. On this night, we had Shane Mosley completely eradicate and destroy Margarito. On this night, You know what I mean? On this night, Kelly Pavlik completely destroyed. You know what I mean? What's his name? Jermaine Taylor.
Jermaine Taylor.
You know what I mean? On this night, we see something special. And that's what we're looking for. That's what we're all looking for when we watch these fights. We don't want to be right. We actually want to be wrong. We want to be proven wrong. That, you know what? If he did it, I might be able to do it too. I might be able to overcome whatever trial or tribulation I'm going through. Hell, it might be just dealing with this motherfucker at work that's like, you know, giving you a hard time. And you just pray this motherfucker quit or get another job. Like, you know what I mean? Quit or like move out of your space. There's a lot of issues that people go through, you know, trying to battle depression, battle anxiety, battle like their fight with their loved ones and their you know, in their marriage or whatever. And boxing is just one of those things where people get to see a person fight an actual physical fight, you know, that they're always going through. People are going through things. So it's one of those things that's happening.
Blair, you're extremely marketable. I foresee you with a
man, where's
massive...
the musty energy, man? Like I'm a big fan of you, man. Like musty energy, like killer,
Musty energy.
Chili killers.
You ain't hit me with none of that shit.
Shout out to shout out to Blaze. Say you ain't hit me with none of that. We got the last one for you. Is from Octo. I always love these questions. He says, "Greetings, champ. Who's your favorite music artist? And give me one good movie I should watch."
My favorite what music artist?
Yes.
My favorite music artist. Man, probably. Man, if I had to say the best music artist, it'd probably be Bob Marley. You know what I mean? If it was the best music artist, you know what I mean? But then like I got a lot of other artists that I love, like truly. But if I had to say what was the best music artist, I would definitely have to say Bob Marley is probably one of the best music artists. Do
you have a Bob Marley song that you run to?
No woman, no cry. I'm not even a woman, but I feel it. You know what I'm saying? You know?
And the second part of that is one good movie. Give one good movie recommendation people should watch. What movie would you recommend for people to watch?
The best movie I've ever seen. The best movie I've ever seen is a movie called Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay.
And out of the million to one odds, a man goes on the show that is a complete slumdog, just a slumdog that's not supposed to be nothing, not supposed to know nothing, but yet he knows these answers to these questions. And it's only through the grace of God it was meant to be. It's a movie that captivates like the idea that like no matter what's going on, God's got a plan for you. And that was a special movie that really touched my spirit.
We got IVS from the DMV. Blair, did you used to pray for times like this to shine like this?
Yep. Every single time. Just like Meek, babe. I used to pray for time like this to rhyme like that. You know? Like,
that triggered me, right? So I've been having a conversation with the audience for some days now, so I want to ask you one question. When you decided you wanted to be a fighter, whether you were a kid or you were already, an amateur, when you would dream at night, I'm going to be a world champion, where did you envision yourself fighting?
I envision myself fighting. That's a good one. Well, I always wanted to fight at the Garden.
Thank you. New York City.
Yeah, in New York City.
Any other dreams? And where else?
Honestly, like a lot of my dreams came to fruition when it came to fighting in the MGM. I might not have been the main event, but I was the main attraction.
And
and
that's obviously Las Vegas.
yeah, Las Vegas with the MGM Grand underneath the Canelo card. That was a dream come true. Fighting Broner was a dream come true. Even the publicity, the whole thing was just a big show that was really just me living my fantasies, living my reality. And how I got into boxing was really in the depths of despair. I got into boxing in the depths of despair. Like honestly, dude, I was I was I was a reckless kid trying to find ways to kill myself. I'm a cartel kid that's just trying to figure out ways to get in this shit and ways to like get myself out of there. If like look, if I gotta go, I might as well go my way. Like why wait for dudes to pull up and gun us down? You know what I'm saying? I'm honest, like it got to that point because I don't have an identity. Like everything in my past doesn't exist, everything in my future doesn't exist, and my present, I'm a nobody. I'm in limbo, and it doesn't, and I don't know how long or even if I'll survive it. So in that particular moment, I came to this realization that I could die right now, right the fuck now. I never existed. I never existed. So when I found myself in that position mentally, I was like, you know what? What's the most reckless shit I can get into, man? What's the most reckless shit I can get into? You know what? I got a great idea. Boxing. And I'm talking to my friend Rodney, like, yo, man, you know what? We should go to a boxing gym. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna spar on the first day. I'm gonna have my first fight in 2 weeks. I'm gonna take this shit all the way right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. And like it didn't kill me. I got better and better. Like the first sparring session, the first person, I downed that dude. And then the second person on the first day, I got my ass handed, hard, beat, bad. Came back the next day, black eyes and all, kept coming back. Like if you motherfuckers don't kill me, man, I'm gonna keep coming. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I got big, I got better. You know what I mean? It wasn't until I got into the depths of poverty and real oppression that I saw what was going on with my people in Philadelphia. Because I was like, I'm the kid that like with the family that made it out. You know what I mean? Like people only talk about shit that we actually did. You know what I mean? Rick Ross only talked about the shit that we actually was. You know what I'm saying? And like, so the whole thing is like, I never really understood the whole dynamics of poverty and real oppression like that's going on with my people. You know what I mean? So when I came back, I came back with nothing, with nobody and nothing in Philly. I didn't have a whole bunch of family members to protect me like fucking Ennis. I didn't have a whole bunch of like things to protect me and guide me. I was out there by myself. You know what I mean? And starting all the way over from scratch. And when I saw what was going on with the people in Philadelphia, I made it my duty to be great and do something, be able to put myself in a position to do something for my people, that's actually in real oppression, that's dealing with they're dealing with a society that's actually set up, constructed to kill them. We're over here bitching about fucking the Jews. You know what I mean? And we're not even sure if they're the real Jews. You know what I mean? They could be just the Philistines. But let's move on. We're talking about the Jews that went through like a very, very small season of craziness with Adolf Hitler. But there are black people that are still in concentration camps. There's something that's got to give. That gave me the fuel and the purpose to never give up. Because I can't allow my children and my children's friends and my children's children to live in that type of circumstance. I have to do something about it.
Well, champ, those are all the questions. Actually, one slid in from the Axiom. He says, ask Blair, would he go up to fight Thurman at 154? That's the great matchup. The press conference would be legendary. And I guess he's only saying 54 because Thurman's last fight was scheduled to be at 54 versus Zoo until he got injured.
Yeah, I would say Do a catch weight. You know what I mean? Make 47. You was a great champion at 47. But if you can't completely at all make 47, we'll do 150. 150. You know what I'm saying? Let's not go to 54. Let's go 150. And that'll be a fair fight. I would love to get that fight with Keith Thurman. I don't know why it's not made right now. I've made calls, I made things, I made provisions, and I've definitely proven myself to be a good fighter that will actually sell. It would be a major sell. It would be a major pay-per-view. And matter of fact, it'd probably be a better sell than anybody else that he could fight. So why not make it happen? It would be the issue. And then guess what? He says, well, you got to be signed by Al Heyman. I'm pretty sure we can get around that. But because when money's on the line, we make all kinds of crazy things happen. I mean, Tyson Fury fought Wilder, you know, and all that stuff. So I would love to see that happen. I don't know if it will, but shout out to the Boxing Voice. I gotta say, you guys, I'm thankful to be here, and I'm thankful to be alive right now, living this moment.
Appreciate you, Blair. The Flair Cobbs. Thank you for coming on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Blair the Flair Cobbs. Appreciate him jumping on the show. Phone line still open. H-Town, what up? H-Town. No H-Town?
I mean.
Oh, damn, you there, I mean? You know I can't see you till I bring you up. Oh, he busy. You busy? He busy. H-Town.
What's good, fellas?
Oh, you back. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you, H.
H-Town, baby. Hey, hashtag humanity, hashtag free Javon. Hey, man. Hey, what we got here? Blair the Flair talking greasy, dog. That's what we like. Another man saying Boots is on the protection plan. That's the lug boots. He ain't no boots. He's lugs. When you walk in water, your feet get wet, man. They stay in your socks. They're cheap. They ain't real. Hashtag you ain't real. Come on, man. Too many people want to smoke, and what's going on? Talk to me, Tone. Talk to me, Tone. What's going on?
Man, it's starting to look like there's a protection program forming, man.
I mean, you got 3 champions saying that they lowballing. You got a contender saying he's hiding. I mean, he's the boogeyman, right? I call him the boogie man because he's dancing around fighters. You know, he's avoiding fights. He boogieing. Hey, man, what's going on, man? Is this what Philly about? Philly, this is your king? Man, come on, man. They're saying that Blair fought a washed AB. Same people saying Tank should fight Pacquiao. Come on, man. These guys are crazy.
That's true. That's true, man.
You know,
Blair.
How you gonna say Blair's 30? And how old is Broner? 31?
Same age.
Same fucking age, you know? And then you got these people talking about Tank should fight a 45-year-old. I see you, DC3. You probably gonna get on here. But nah, we keeping the same energy, man. Hey, Blair's out there putting in work, trying to get some fights. And you got people ducking. Next thing you know, they're gonna offer Blair $10,000 to fight Boots, and you're gonna be like, you should have took it. You know, these games you be doing, Tone. That's what they do. That's what they do. They hold Canelo accountable. You know, but hell, a low ball.
I was waiting for it. I was just trying to figure out. I was like, "What's your problem with Boots?" And then it slipped out. Oh, but to Canelo. Okay, go ahead though. I just wanted to make sure.
You hold Canelo accountable. Let's keep the same energy, right?
Okay.
Hey, but at least Canelo planned $10 million for that belt. He said, "I'll give you your break. Give me that belt." There was no excuses. He's like, "Here's your break. Give me that belt." Man, you want to make a legacy, make the legacy, man. Make up your mind. You want money or legacy. These guys are confused, man. I don't get it. I mean, what, you going to put them on a protection plan too?
Yo, it ain't. Yo, boxing is about matchmaking. Matchmaking has to include budgetary concerns. And the same people that's talking about is witness protection. Not only do you want them to be witness protection, the bodyguard, Whitney Houston, rest in peace, you want these motherfuckers to be their tax man too. So don't tell me about witness protection,
Man,
financial
I
services,
hear nobody
Merrill
crying
Lynch,
when two Japanese
everything.
fighters are fighting each other. I don't hear nobody saying, hey, Japanese people, it's too soon for them Japanese fighters to fight each other. Now, these guys fighting each other with 18, 19 fights.
That's the bell, champ. That's the
You
bell.
counting their yen, H-Town? You over there counting their yen? They yen spin different. Of course, they going yen for yen in the Yokohama Stadium. That's different, man. You know, I was listening to H-Town. I was letting him live, and I'm just trying to figure out where he was going with it. And he had to bring about him protecting Canelo, so he wants to make it about Boots being protected. Again, boxing is about matchmaking. Do we get all the fights that we want? No. That's why sometimes you guys are tuning in and you complain, yo, why would Ness make such a topic? Because at some point, you have to do what even Blair Cobb is doing. You got to imagine these things. You got to wish for it. You got to hope for it. You got to sometimes see things outside of the box. And that's what I think sometimes as a fighter, your promoter, in order to create lucrative opportunities and to create exciting fights. Sometimes those things don't happen in the same sitting. Sometimes they are mutually exclusive. But lucrative and entertaining fights, there are things that get sacrificed within that. So, you know, I hope Blair the Flair is one of those guys that can talk his way into a fight. And I'm glad that he sees it the way a lot of us see it. You know, that some guys, you know, are protected. But we got to be careful when we're saying the guy is protected. Like Conor Benn is protected. Conor Benn is protected because he on a run. Conor Benn is like my nephew that was on, he was running around on a warrant. We begged him to turn himself in. We begged him to turn himself in, and he waited until he got hit with the full letter of the law. Conor Benn still has not been held accountable for his his PED situation. So Eddie got him on the run. That's being protected. And Eddie not mentioning Conor Benn as a potential opponent for Boots, that's being protected. Boots just getting to Matchroom, just selling out at home, just getting situated as either, you know, a hometown fighter or a pay-per-view fighter or an A-side fighter, however you want to call it. All of a sudden, the first fight fall through. Witness protection. Come on, man. Have some patience with these things, man. You know how boxing is. But I digress.
All right. Let's see here. I wanted to screen share this because Lucas Body put this out, proving no such thing as lucky punches.
You have fucking moments of protection. You have rounds. You have 10 rounds. They knock guys out in the night with setups. The stakes doesn't exist. Because then, the break is gonna happen. And he's not gonna fucking know what he. Yo, that's what you need to do. That's cool, bro. I mean, you do fights of the night, you do performances of the night. Fights of the night are for horse. Performances of the night you boxing. So fun.
For a night, let's go. Have a good night, brother. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. My time.
It's a tough fight. This is the business you're in. You hear me? This is your time to shine now. The second half of the fight. You hear me? The kid's fucking frustrated. He's landing what he wants and he can't get through to it.
So, Body proving it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a lucky punch. That the game plan was truly always to turn up second half. His trainer literally said, don't show him that overhand right till the second half.
Lucas Body, Toronto. We need that Blair the Flair Cobb movie, though, for sure.
Yeah, he definitely got a great story, man.
That might be a platinum movie right there. Get Denzel to play him.
Nah, he needs to talk to the same people that got Clarissa her movie.
Dang, he froze. He
You know what I mean?
froze. Oh, we back. I was about to say you froze up there for a bit, champ. All
So
right.
you feel like playing his pops in that movie?
Who, Blair? Yeah, I'll play
Yeah.
the. That'd be lit.
Or his Uncle Phil.
I got Anthony with the $10. It says dope interview with Blair. Definitely more respect for him. Yeah, now I've always loved Blair, man. People, they don't give him the respect. You know, they like to call him a clown, and you know, you need guys like Blair. You need interesting personalities, people that make the event, man. But let's see who is next. King Born, what up?
Yo, y'all hear me, right?
Yes,
You hear me?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, listen, man. Hey, yo, live chat, power chat. Listen, man, I escaped out of Laredo, Texas. I was down there in Mexico, and I came across the border patrol. He like, where you going? I said, yo, man, I'm going to South Dakota. Say, all right, yo, over there, go through that thing. Go through the what you call it? The people detector and shit. I said, damn. So when I was going through, I said, yeah, I don't know, I got illegal aliens on the track and shit. So I guess I'm gonna be all right. Then he told me go to the side. I'm like, yo, man, they better not be coming here with that bullshit. Tell me I got somebody on the truck. But then I skated off, so I'm good. Listen, live chat, power chat, peace to the panel. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. Right now, there's some wild shit going on in boxing. First of all, it's a good friend of mine fighting Tim Zoo. He's from New York City. He's Russian. He worked as a sanitation man. You know what I mean? Now y'all call him by his government name. I call him Zelly. Yeah, that's my man Zelly. One thing about Zelly is, 5 minutes there, he always there and shit. He knocked out a couple dudes on his route. Now y'all know one thing about them sanitation cats. Them sanitation cats, they gotta lift garbage, so they in great shape. And I see Zelly and Tim Zoo. That shit going the distance, man. That shit going the distance, y'all. He a Russian cat. Know what I mean? He from over there by Coney Island. Everybody know all the Russians there and all that. And in
Right
Russia,
in Beach.
instead of saying friend, you say comrade. Now let's get to the real boxing shit right now. Yo, what's up with this Tank fighting Pacquiao? Like I said, Pacquiao. This shit is wild, yo. Listen, this shit is wild and bizarre, like a man raping a cow. That's some foul shit. So anybody seeing that fight, you might as well see a man rape a cow. It's the same shit. Who the fuck want to see Pacquiao versus Tank? Shit ain't about nothing, man. That shit ain't nothing but noise, y'all. Keep it real. Like I said, man, I don't want to see that fight. And yo, not. I gotta hit up your man, producer extraordinaire, some shit about Shakur and about who his manager is, Jay Prince and shit, man. Cause I really think that he kind of fucked up his career. I think Shakur in the next 5 years is gonna be like, damn, man, why I fucked around with Jay Prince, man? Cause I think that Jay Prince kind of stopped Shakur from making these fights that could have put him on the map. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Word is born. That's how I feel. Hey, yo, King, I mean, man, like I said, man, right now, this Belonga shit is real. Yo, don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared if your man Belonga upset Canelo. Peace him out.
Alrighty then. We got Years of Lurking, $2. Ryan looked like two different people since Luke fight. DC3, $2. Matthias fans got quite fickle fans. Boxing is crazy. Zeno Gray, welcome to the prospect level. James Benitez, $2. Tony versus Keith. He means Harrison. I'll take it. DC3, $2. Fundora, Tim Zoo, Charlo, Bud, Bakaram, Boots, Food at 154. For who? H-Town, $2. Once again, another guy saying Lugs Protection Plan. Mad Bet, $5. Technician, Slow Cooked, Hector, Roly, Leo, Pedraza, Frank after 7, we 8. Modern King Boxing, $2. Welterweight division on chopping block. Mo Brains, $5. Shout out to Broner's amazing orthodontist. Hashtag about billions. Tooth emoji. Toothbrush emoji. Emoji with showing all the teeth. Hilarious. H-Town, $2. People. Blair beat a wash AB. Same people. Tank versus Pac. Clown emojis. That's a good one, H-Town. That's a good one. H-Town, $2. Dude's about to be 30, but have patience. Shaking my head. Clown emoji, poop emoji. Okay. N.O., what up? Been a minute. N.O. Gotta unmute. Gotta unmute.
Ooh. What's happening? What's happening, Ness?
What up with you?
Ain't nothing. What's up, I mean? You know what I'm saying? What's
N.O.,
up,
what up, OG?
that two-tone was down with you, homie?
What's happening?
Man, look, bro. We got some wild shit going on here, Ness, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got Tank. See, this I'm coming in fresh. So
You cutting out, champ.
He must be on that road. Philly, yeah. What up?
Philly, where I am from. Yo, what's up with all the Philly slander? I ain't feeling that nuts. Real talk.
What you
I heard
mean? We just had a Philly fighter on.
Hold up. We ain't pussy in Philly. I just want to let the boy know. Yeah, I mean, Philly don't back down from no fights. That's automatic. So we gonna say that.
I mean, Blair got a point though. Like, why he ain't never get a contract? He the only dude been calling out Boots for like 3, 4, 5 years.
Look, I'm gonna keep it a bean. With our people, with the Asiatics, man, we funny, right? Especially in Philly. They pick one, right? Whoever they pick as the one, as the king, they normally back behind him and support him. I don't like that. I think Blair the Flair definitely should get a shot, and I like Blair the Flair. You know what I mean? He got a new fan. When I seen the Adrian Broner fight, I was like, bull, I like bull. And the whole with the puppets, that shit was hilarious, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. He's definitely marketable. He definitely should be pushed out. But like you said, he not ranked. So he's running into a whole lot of roadblocks plus the whole Don King thing. I think he should take ex-champions on and take their heads off. The Keith Thurman John, I think he should take that. I think he should just move into maybe Pacquiao. I think he should he gotta find his niche. And if the people want to see him, then he'll get a shot. Because a lot of the people will guarding the belts. That's what I do see. As for Boots, I like Boots. I think Boots should fight Brian Norman Jr. Him moving up to 154 to try to chase Terrence Crawford, I don't see that happening because Terrence Crawford got his eyes on all the belts, and he got his eyes on Pacquiao. So he ain't going to see him for a minute. So he running into a dead end. As for the Devin Haney thing that you got up there, Devin Haney, my man. Hold up. First and foremost, somebody said Devin Haney gets Boots. That nigga shout out, dog. No, Devin Haney, my dude. I always call on here and big up Devin Haney. That's my guy. But him against Boots, I don't see it happening. Boots going to smoke his Boots. Real talk. And it's not just because I'm from Philly. I rock with Dev, but I don't see Dev beating Boots. He a problem, especially at 147. But I think he can beat Liam Paro, and I think he's gonna get the belt at 140. And I think his career gonna be set right back on schedule, just how Bill Haney, the good brother Bill Haney, is doing. Yeah, I mean, peace and love to the boxing voice. Shout out to Tone. Shout out King Amin and Best.
Philly, yeah.
You may feel like it's
Appreciate
your
Great
you.
call, champ.
Abraham is on you. Abraham is on you.
Hear me?
I hear you.
On speaker.
Hey. Shout out to the boxing boys, man. Y'all doing y'all do an amazing job. Like, this is a very good show. I mean, I have to apologize to you because I was calling you Yami because I thought that's what everybody was calling you. So I thought I turned into Yami, and I appreciate that because he, at the end of my call, he was like, "It's not Yami, it's Ami." That was some funny shit. But I agree. Blair Cobbs is, man, I would love to see him fight Keith Thurman because imagine how that press conference is going to be. It's going to be lit because both of them are some great talkers. They be talking that shit and they get lit in press conferences. So that would be, the press conference and the fight would be the same thing. The press conference is going to make everybody want to watch them fight, and it's going to sell. And when they get in that ring, it's going to be a great fight because Blair Cobbs, he's not afraid to fight your ass. He'll fight anybody. Keith Thurman, he ain't afraid to fight nobody. So they have two things that are the same. They're not afraid to fight anybody, and they're great talkers. I love that fight. I hope they do make a fight like that. Because Keith Thurman needs to get his ass back in the motherfucking ring. Tired of this dude fucking around and shit. But that's all I got.
All right, champ. Appreciate
Shout out
you.
to the Boston boys. Y'all have a great one.
You too.
You too, brother.
DC3 is on you.
DC3, what up?
What's up, King? I mean, how you doing, boss man? Hey, Ness, I ain't hear nothing dude said, man. The last call.
Word?
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all gonna sit there and act like y'all heard him? Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Nah, I definitely heard him when he was talking about the name confusion.
Word. And I heard him explaining it. Y'all mean, I mean, what he talking about?
Don't do him like that,
hey, look,
DC3.
Hey, but I'm a visionary. I'm always trying to jump out in front. So this is what we need Booth to do, man, because this guy, Resume, is horrible. He's 30-plus fights in, no defining win. You know what I'm saying? That's what my dad said about him. 30-plus fights in, he ain't got no defining win. That's how my dad said about him. But, man, look, it's obvious he's going to vacate that belt because, he on Twitter like us. He see nobody want to see that Karen shit. So let's let him move up. Let's let him and Virgil fight. What y'all think about that?
Him and Virgil?
Boots versus Virgil. Yeah.
Who, Boots and Virgil?
You don't like that? Yeah, you don't like that?
Yeah. That's an old fight. We've been wanting. We've been supposed to get that as welterweights.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, what about Boychuk and Madrimov?
I mean, I would rather that be different. I'd rather Boots fight Madrimov and Boychuk fight Virgil again. I want Boots to make a case for Crawford by fighting the more Crawford opponents. People got hyped after he beat Avanesian.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like right now, fellas, 154 is the most lucrative option for him right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the most. Like, that's why all them dogs, that's what the names are, bro. Like, and I like I told y'all, I seen Cholo in the Galleria a couple of weeks ago. He said, roll out coming soon. So, like I said, it's hot up there. It's time for Cholo I don't know where you at, Charlie. I hope you listening. But throw your name in that hat, man. It's hot. It's hot, man. I was looking at the rankings in the top 10. When y'all get a chance, look at the rankings in 54 at the top. Man, that's the best division in boxing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Go. If Boots move up, 54 is gonna be the best. It's gonna bring boxing like in the forefront. Like, bro, 54 is if he moves up, 50 it's already high because Bud shaking shit up. But if he move up, it's definitely gonna be high. It's gonna surpass 35 and 40 for me. And watch if Boots vacate and move up, watch Haney and T.O. move up to 47, and everybody gonna start trying to unify and all that. Mark my words. Watch. Haney and T.O. gonna move up, and all the unification is gonna happen once Boots move up. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. But I might. Just tell me what y'all think about that though.
All right. Let's see what's next. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button. Next up is Khaled, Indiana. What up?
Khaled, what up?
Yes, what's good?
Chilling.
King Amin, what's good? Yeah. Hey, yo, real quick, that like Devin Haney joint, it's gonna be a tough fight. We gotta see how he come back though. That's gonna be a tough fight for sure. I like my man Blair Cobbs. We need to get him a shot. He's a good man. He got a good personality, got a good story, good fighter. But they ain't gonna, he got bad business going on with Don King. He ain't ranked and all that. It's gonna be a tough road ahead for him. But he's still a good fighter. Got a good story. Boots might got one of the more weaker resumes, but like most hype that we give a fighter. And I'm like rocking with Boots heavy. I ain't saying that as an indictment, but he get more eye test than I think anybody we done gave on this platform for a minute. So I'm a little critical. Yeah. Oh, my fault. Hey, yo. Oh, my fault. I was on the phone. I ain't spoke to somebody. But, yeah, man. And I'm not saying that as an indictment on Boots. I say that as an indictment on Boots. But, I just want to see more from my man. So we got to see how my man gonna navigate. Haney Hearn and them like playing some games right now. So we got to see how that go. But, yeah, man, there's a lot of hype on Boots right now, bro. I'll be following like a lot of Philly content with my man Greg Hackett and all that. They like love him out there in Philly, but we got to see you fight somebody, bro. See you fight somebody real. So hopefully, like, he need to move up and really make it happen. I'm kind of tired of all the hoopla and all the hype, bro. Love's got to fight somebody at this point. So, but yeah, man, shout out to Devin Haney, man. He got a tough fight, with Liam Paro. Hopefully he can get that done. But Liam ain't no punk. Liam knocked off the Puerto Rican killer, and that was my man. So that's not somebody to be taken lightly, bro. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to Blair Cobbs, man. That's my call, bro.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, Nike Hendricks.
Yo, you got me?
I got you. If you haven't already subscribed yet and do so, we at 231,570. We still need about another 500 to get to the next goal, 232,000. Go ahead, Nike.
Y'all go subscribe if you haven't, man. Shouts out to the Boxing Voice, the whole team, man. So, this is official?
It looks that way, man. Eddie keeps talking about this fight potentially happening, so.
Oh, I like that, man. Shouts out to Haney, man, for the comeback of fighting the champ, like dude just said. He knocked off the Puerto Rican killer. I mean, Matisse, I feel like he was a good boxer, but skill-wise, Paro had the better skills. And I feel like Devin's skills are better than Paro. So I like Devin in that fight, UD, in my opinion. So that'll make him what, unify, or he still gotta get that WBC out of recess, or do he like still become the champ?
Yeah, he would have to get that WBC out of recess.
So he would have to fight the
Paro.
Paro,
But nah, what I'm asking is like, so he fight Paro, right? And he'll get Paro belt. Will he get awarded his WBC, or do he have to fight the champ they named
Yeah,
at the
yeah, he's gonna have
WBC?
to fight. He's gonna have to fight Puello. You can't just take the belt from Puello.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Okay, cool. So yeah, he'll have Paro belt if he beat Paro. Then he'll have to get his WBC back. Okay, yeah. So yeah, man, I'm liking that, man. Haney, go for it. Go for the run at 140, undisputed. Fuck it, man. You can only get better, man. Like, yeah, you took a beating in that Ryan fight, but it is what it is. He cheated, and you learn, you get better from it. You get better from your mistakes. I'm still on my Haney train. I'm still saying Haney watch these niggas. I've been saying it since day one. I'm on record saying it. So shit, man. I like that right there, man. Haney Paro. And her, he just trying to see if Haney done. Cause to be honest, shit, that's really probably besides I would say what, Canelo? Besides Canelo, Haney was the one earning Hearn shit. He was the one getting Hearn the big payout. So he trying to see if Paro beat Haney, he trying to see if he go the Paro way or he still stick with the Haney route. But look like to me, he gonna be sticking with the Haney route still, promoting Haney when he can. So I like this right here, man. Shouts out to you, Ness. Keep doing your thing. That's my call.
Appreciate you, champ. Copy cool. What
You
it
may
do?
feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
No. Hey man, like people are forgetting, bro. Oh, I don't even know if you're forgetting, but like I really see that, like this dude, like Blair Fair, he got knocked off by Alex Rocha. So he was on a freight train until Alex Rocha, beat the bricks off of him. So I mean, that's pretty much what happened to him. So a lot of people, I'm not saying, a lot of people are forgetting that aspect of this. He was on the freight train to be a top contender, and then he gets beat by Alex Rocha. Then Alex Rocha goes on and then gets beat by who the fuck did he get beat by? This dude,
Santillán.
Santillán, wasn't it? Santillán, yeah, Santillán. And then Santillán gets beat up by Norman. You know what I'm saying? So look, and so that's pretty
Fighters
much what
can't
stopped.
lose.
No, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying though. That's what stopped Blair from making any noise was the whole Alex Rocha. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
that's the
Because
thing. That's what he's saying. After I lost to Alex Rocha, my next fight was former champ Maurice Hooker, and I stopped him and dropped him twice. Like, so he don't get why he's been held down.
yeah, and I didn't see the interview. I caught the end of it. I caught the end of that interview. So I don't know what he said or he didn't. But you're right about it. I forgot that he fought Maurice Hooker. But I think that had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't see why he's being blackballed at all because he's nothing. I hate to disrespect him in any way. I don't want to say he's nothing special, but he's a good fighter. That's all I can say about him. You know what I'm saying? And what helps him sellable is that he's a loudmouth. He calls himself Ric Flair, Blair the Flair for a reason, right? He has a he's sellable in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to I don't see the hype about him or anything like that.
You from the East Coast? Let me just add real. I'm sorry. You from the East Coast?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm 15 minutes away from you. I mean, what are you talking about? From Patterson.
And that's you hard on him, bro. You hard on this guy.
I'm hard on everybody, bro. Like I don't, until I see the goods is when I give you your kudos. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's like even with Boots, like they were saying there earlier. Boots hasn't fought nobody. These guys that like Boots. I don't know how the hell Boots skipped over Santillán, how he skipped over Rocha, how he skipped over those guys, Abel Ramos. Like those are the guys that he needed to fight to say that I am this guy, and he totally skipped over them. Those were the boogeymen of the division at one time, and he just randomly skipped over them, and now he has a title, and there people are forgetting that those are the guys that should have been fought.
You may feel like it's your time,
I
but
appreciate
it's
it,
not
man.
your time.
Nah,
All right,
respect
champ.
due. And I just wanted, I was just trying to just say, just, you know, I get the fact people don't like the way Boots was moved. You know, even H-Town punk ass, oh, you know, he's 30 and he hasn't. I mean, bro, I get it, but that's the way fighters are moved nowadays. Not because I say so. That's why I was just asking, like, if a fighter lose, we don't throw him away. But I can't do nothing with a fighter. And Khaled said it too. Sometimes we've given Boots. I will agree to that. I think Boots is the most eye tested. We've given him a lot of passes on the eye test, but I think, you know, yeah, there does come a point where we have to see him challenge and we have to see him tested. But that's where it becomes the issues where the promoters and can we make a lucrative and an entertaining fight? That's not up to Boots. That part is not up to Boots. The questions we may have about him, I respect that, but I don't think we can blame Boots when these fights are not made. We could blame Eddie even. Hell, don't let me say that. Let Tip call in. But go ahead, Ness. I don't want to hold up the line. I know it's probably a few callers.
Al in the Bay, what do you say? Keenan with the $2. Cobbs versus Jamal James or Quentin Randall would be fire. Definitely Jamal James. Quentin Randall, ooh, he needs
Not so much.
he needs one of them fights to like make him hot again.
Yo, 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 what's up? What's up?
What
Yeah,
up?
man. I think Boo should definitely just take this fight and like show people how much a dog he is. You know, I guess the first fight he didn't stop the guy. So this time, you know, he can really sit down his punches and try to stop him. You know, just show him that he ain't on his level. And then, you know, the next fight you can um either move up and then fight the IBF champ up there. You know, you got a clear shot, or you can fight one of the other champions. You know, revisit the Norman fight, or revisit another fight with one of the champions. I don't think he should drop his belt because like I said, man, he's the king of that division right now. So, you know, show him how much a dog he is. You know, just dog walker boy, and you know, and that would show people that you really the king of that division. You know, now if he goes 12 rounds with him again, then you know how much the dog the other dude is. But you know, yeah, man, he should just take the fight and you know just try to stop him. See if he can stop him. He already beat him 12-0. You know the best way to do it is just demolish him if you can. You know that's the next up. But that's my call. Oh, also, uh, Haney. I don't think if Haney lose, that's a wrap. I think he's going to take a huge dip, but he can always come back. He's still young. You know, it ain't like Wilder, because Wilder's already up in age. You know, for him it was do or die, but you know, for Haney he's still young, so he still got those big fights. It only takes one big fight to get you back on top. Peace.
All right, we got Scythe Bud with the fat $10. Hirioka did Old Man Basuro dirty. He reminds me of a Southpaw Devin, was a little more power is what he meant. He needs to come to the U.S. with the U.S. flag emoji more than a new way. I believe his pops is brother
Ghanaian.
too. He's factor at 140. He's a factor at 140, I guess is what he meant. Must be driving.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad that you said that because I didn't mention Devin much, but in the same context of what we're saying, regardless of the move on, I'm not with Tone in the trilogy, and because that's the streets again. Devin is like a young man who, you know, he might have went to college or he might have was a good kid, and then all of a sudden, hey, he caught a felony. And now his, you know, it doesn't mean his life is over, but he's got to take a different route. You got to clean it up. I don't want to see him in the Ryan rematch. I don't want to. I want to see him doing on the path that he was on as far as title bouts. So the paddle bout, that's a good one. If they brought this kid Andy Hirooka over here, you know, he's Ghanaian and Japanese. That's a nice culture clash. Plus, he looked like he could punch southpaw. Bring him over here. I mean, that's a tricky bout because it's really nothing on the line. But, you know, don't go back to the Ryan Garcia shit. You know, to take a tough traditional boxing bout that doesn't include the other guy that's, you know, a circus across from you in the table. Entertaining is one thing, but a shit show is another thing. Just stay away from Ryan Garcia. And I don't think that's a reflection of fear. You've already got what you wanted. If the bout was changed to a no contest, fucking and move on, man. You know, that's my take on it.
All right. I'm assuming I don't even know. Is this Joe Pilot? Check. Miami Mark.
Yo, how's my audio?
Straight.
Cool. I think it's an interesting fight for Devin. And I say that because it's with the IBF, and I know they got that rehydration limit, and a lot of people have been calling Devin a weight bully and whatnot. Plus, his first fight back after that fight with Ryan. Now, I know Amin said he doesn't care for Devin and Ryan, but low key is like, it's one of those things that people are always going to talk about. They're always going to talk about it. And then when you don't go back and get your get back, they'll bring up Cotto and Margarito. I get it. Even though Devin go ahead take a couple fights, but for me, I think you got to go get it back. Even if it's in the future, I'm cool with it. When it comes up with Boots and Norman, I'm not saying Norman duck. That's not what I'm saying. And I seen Norman's dad everywhere on my YouTube For You page talking about the situation with everybody. And I get what he's saying. He's saying that the risk. But if you believe that you will win, would you take the risk? Would you put your son out there in front of 15,000 people on the road in a unification fight? Would you all do it?
I mean,
Me
if you think you
personally,
can win, yeah.
So, and that's my thing. But he's saying that, but he's declining it. So I don't know if he really thinks his son can win, or he feels like his son is just too early at the moment. But that's pretty much it for me. You all do your thing.
No, hold up, real quick. Think about it.
Mhm.
This where I'm going with it. If I'm Devin and I already got the no contest, you know, it's like you kill him with silence. You say, yo, Ryan, you need me. Go chase a fight with somebody else. Go let McCumbee gas you to fight Caleb Plant. I'm not giving you no rematch. I'm not giving you shit. You ain't gonna make no bread with me. Oscar already owe me. No. That's how I would do. I would just freeze him out. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. But I do see your point about the get back.
And you're right. I get what you're saying. You're saying like I gave you an opportunity, especially because you know when you fight Devin, I consider Devin a legacy fighter. You know, youngest undisputed champion. I mean, he's done it, especially at a young age. So fighting Devin, in a sense, that's a big name to have on your resume. So I understand you saying if you're Devin, you're like, I'm not even gonna give you that opportunity. But when it comes up to Devin, he's a part of the next generation of fighters, the next generation that's in tune with social media, the next generation that's a part of their career. It's a part of it. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. I mean, either way, Devin is gonna be fine without it. But I just know as a competitor, as far as he is, and just with the history that they do have, that was what their seventh time fighting. I mean, I don't know how well that'll sit with you. You know what I mean?
Check
I
this
just
out.
don't know.
You said history. Ray Leonard, when they asked him about the Marvin Hagler fight, he retired 5 years. He would commentate, nope, I'll never fight him. Never fight him. never fight him, never fight him, never fight him. Then he popped up and said, you know what? I think I'm ready. So it's an art to it that these, you know what I mean? It's been done before. If Devin wanted to just freeze him out and just say, you know what, Ryan? If you want to fight me, I'll fight you now. If not, fuck off. You can still do that. It's still doable in you know, social media or not.
Yeah, and who knows? Devin might catch him when Ryan isn't looking so good. Ryan might move up to 147 or whatever, and he might, you know, it might not be good for him. And then Devin catches him on his bad side. Like, you know what? Come on, let's run it back. You need me again? You need a name? I got you. Come on, let's go. We'll see.
Hydration clause, all of that.
You feel like it's your time.
All right, fellas.
All right. We got Mr. PBC.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, shout out to Devin, man. He's a good kid. I think his dad is a good person, too. This Paro fight would be good for him. Isn't it unification WBC? Forgot what the other belt was. WBO?
IBF.
Oh, IBF, sorry. I think it'd be a good fight for him. I think he obviously been in the ring with him, so he would have the the knowledge to fight him. But when it comes to helmets and headgear, I think he's gonna have that. It's gonna be a disconnect, you know, having headgear sparring someone and actually getting in the ring sparring someone. You're not gonna know how it feels to get hit. But I think you should stay away, jab and grab. Just let it be a horse race and may the best horse win. When it comes to being like Floyd, I think, you know, that type of stuff is done. You're not going to be the next generation of Floyd, but you will be the next generation of Devin Haney. So I think he can do that. When it comes to Ryan, you know, running it back, I mean, if you're a boxer, you come in the game to fight. They're going to say don't fight somewhere, wait until they get shot in the leg or in the mouth, I guess. But that's just waiting on someone's downfall. And sometimes, you know, that doesn't work that way. So we'll see, man. I just hope Devin comes back and just do the jab and grab, horse racing through, and may the best horse win.
All right, champ. Noble, what up?
Peace. How y'all able to hear me?
Yep.
Indeed. Peace, Two-Tone. Fat bastard. Got that name from Pudgy, the fat bastard. Shout out to the king of Essex, I mean.
Yes,
speaking that truth, man. I just wanted to call in and say, man, yeah, keep speaking that shit, man. Freeze that guy out, man. Ryan Garcia, he's just a little bit more street smart than Dev. And the thing about it is, he know he on some bullshit. So you can't approach a person like that, you know, with some solid shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like being straight up and coming straight forward. And like you say, if he an educated boxer on the straight and narrow path, you know what I'm saying, doing the right thing for the sport, collecting his degrees, doing it, everything that we respect. Man, you ain't got to jump off that rail to try to prove nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say I'm biased. You already know I'm biased, man. After he said that shit, I think everybody should freeze Ryan Garcia out. But especially when it comes to Devin Haney, I like what he doing, man. Keep fighting the champions, man. Make next cert a reality. You dig what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But other than that, though, shout out to the breast cancer warriors, the breast cancer survivors, and the breast cancer angels. And if Kamala Harris ain't talk about reparations like Senator Stephen Bradford, man, she ain't got shit coming. Peace.
Yeah, gotta do better. You know, we asked G-Von not to talk politics. Y'all gotta do better. JT, what up?
What's going on, Ness?
What up?
What's up? What's going on,
going
gentlemen?
on?
How you doing this evening? First of all, Ness, I called during the Border War show this afternoon. Couldn't get online guess there was a lot of callers, but I've been trying to get tickets. My wife don't even believe me. There's an event going on. I've been trying to get on your Twitter. There's no link. I try to go on, what else? Yo, for real, like I'm trying. It's her birthday weekend. She's letting me do this, So I
She
want to
think
go
this
on
another
there.
one of your business trips.
Yeah, she thinking something
No,
else
no,
going
no,
on.
not one of
Ain't no
those. No,
event.
not one of those. Playboy, not one of those. Playboy. But for real, where's the link at, Ness?
I'm gonna screen share it again. It's a QV code.
Yeah, but like, there's no link through your Instagram or your Twitter.
I don't have a direct link for it because it's you can just scan it.
Okay, all right. But it's like, what is it, like an Eventbrite or something like that? Like one of those links that have like,
Yeah.
where I can purchase tickets. Okay. I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna try. But I've been digging trying to find it. What's the topic?
Devin Haney, Liam Paro, and the fact that Eddie is saying it's a dangerous fight. It's a fight that if Devin loses could be a disaster for his career.
It is a dangerous fight. It's gonna be in Australia, right? Sydney.
Yeah, it should
That is
be
a
in
dangerous
Australia.
fight. Yeah, that's a dangerous fight for Devin. Coming back, we don't know where his chin at. We don't know where he is mentally right now. That's definitely a dangerous fight. But Devin's a champion. That's what champions do. They go to the other man's territory and they win. So he's done it before. Why not again? So definitely for Devin, I'm rooting for T. Devin. You guys were talking about a couple of like 147s and 140ers. I do like the idea of Ryan does come back to fight LaFleur. You know what I mean? That's a good, he's been on the zone already. The zone knows the metrics of LaFleur. Ryan will be good at that, and then they can meet up again. But Amin was trying to say, like, don't even fuck with him. I understand that angle, but there's a lot of money to be made with Ryan, So if Devin goes back, gets that nice win in Australia, build his confidence back, I don't see why not in 2025. I'm going to look out for that QR code, but definitely, Ness. Thank you again, fellas. You.
Yep.
That was JT.
Right.
We got next super chat.
Biggest fight of Devin Haney career.
Which one is that?
Next one. Paro.
You may feel like it's your time,
A lot of pressure.
but it's not your time.
Lose. Cannot lose. Can't.
If he does, he got to go out and get high.
Yeah.
You got like some training day. He got to go smoke some dust. He got to, you know what I'm saying? He got to put something in his system. He got to have a reason or something.
All right. Looks like we got to everybody. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. I got a couple super chats here. H-Town says, hashtag TBV the greatest. Hashtag let's keep it boxing. Hashtag talk only boxing. Good for you, H-Town. Capico $2. Norman loses to Cuevas. Limons beats Keyshawn. Look emoji. You tripping. H-Town, $2 more. Salute Dev for not wanting a protection program. I guess this is what? Love emoji? Or we rock with you emoji and a cool glass emoji? Yeah, until the next one tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, right? No, 8 a.m. Central. And then 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There you go.
King I Mean Invest 61 on IG, King I Mean Invest 61 on Twitter, and the championship rounds new episode is going up momentarily where I'm discussing the formerly most terrible, worst division in women's boxing, 115 pounds. All of a sudden it's heating up, and the return of Franchon Cruz-Dezern. I'll let you guys know when on the newest episode of the championship rounds. Tone, where can they find you?
Two-Tone Superstar, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.
Peace.